Hello, students. I have these recordings for us to continue to study because Wednesday class, we have holiday today, plus next week it's another holiday. And we know that today is the 11th week. On November 8th will be the end of teaching. And I want you to finish at least up to Unit 4 because Unit 3 and 4 are the contents of your final exam. So for Thursday classes and Friday, we have this video once again because tomorrow will be my vaccination. And on Friday, I hope I'll be fine. If I won't get sick, then I'll be with you. But to make sure that we continue to study, I have this video for you. So we finished our lesson 3.1 and we have now lesson 3.2. This is all writing. And because again, for the holidays for Wednesday, and because tomorrow I'll not be around for Thursday classes, and for Friday, I might be with you when I'm not going to get sick. Okay. This is a little different from the scoring we have from Unit 1 to Unit 3.1. You just have to do everything and you're going to get the 130 marks. And for the submission of 3.2 is October 11, and that is next week. Okay? So October 11 is so the submission of this for everyone is October 11, and that is Monday. That is Monday. So this is it. You just have to simply write your name, nickname, and your major. And for lesson 3.2, this is 130 marks. This is different from lesson 1 up to lesson 3.1 because you just to put your scores. This time, let your teacher check and record it with you. So by submission, you already have 30 marks. You don't need to put your total score. Once I see, okay, that you are on time, then you've got 30 marks plus your Cambridge one, that is 100 marks. Okay, no need to put your total score. Teacher will look at it and I'll be the one to write your scores. Okay, so submission will be October 11. And if you submit on or before October 11, you've got 30 marks. Okay, but if you submit it October 12th up to October 13th, I'll just give you 10 marks. Okay, whether it is correct or wrong, I'll just give you 10 marks plus your Cambridge 1 score. If you're going to submit it on 14th, October 14th, that is Thursday, then I'll just give you 0. Okay, I'll just give you points for your Cambridge 1 assignment. Hope it is clear. So submit it on time. Okay, so here the price of coffee. I don't drink coffee. Do you drink coffee? Very easy. Just get your notebook and answer the question here in red font, red background. Just get your notebook. Very easy. Just get your notebook and answer it. This is about your opinion, okay, about yourself. Okay, you can see this in your book, 3.2. Do you drink coffee? How much is a cup of coffee? I don't drink coffee. Okay, so get your notebook and answer this question in the red background. Okay, writing 1. Number 1, how often do you go to cafe? Often. Is it always? I never go to a cafe to drink coffee. Yes, because I don't drink coffee. But this question is before the pandemic. Okay, so maybe early of 2019 because the coronavirus it came 2019. So before the pandemic, how often do you go to cafe? Was it always? I often went. So past tense na. Mhm. But letter B, how often do you go to cafe during this time? During this time, are you still going to the cafe? Okay, you say I stopped going to the cafe. I never go to the cafe during this time of pandemic. Okay? Or you say I still always go to. Often. So you answer usually. Okay, so letter A, that is before the pandemic. So use your verb be past was. Okay. And number two, what drink do you usually order in there? Okay, in the cafe, what drink do you usually order? Okay, tea, coffee, when you go to Starbucks, where you go to Amazon, what drinks do you usually order? Okay, name it. How much? How much is it? Number four is what makes that drink you bought in that cafe different from the drinks you can find in other shop. Is it really delicious? Is it expensive? What makes that drink you bought in the cafe different? Because it's more on it really tastes mocha. The flavor is really different or the price is really different. Okay, so answer this. That is your writing one. Don't check it, I'll do it. We'll check it all together. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We're just going to read. Read this. I'm going to read it to you. When we say a review, this is a written article written by the person, to comment on the product, to comment, to say something on the company or the services offered. So we call it a review. So teacher and you, okay, are going to read together the review. Okay, so follow me and you can go back again and again so you can know how to pronounce words. Mhm. A coffee shop with a difference. I just treated myself to by far the best coffee I've ever had. And it was nowhere near as expensive as my usual coffee shop. There's nothing special about the cafe, though it is a little busier than the other places. There's really just one thing that makes it different. You pay what you want. Every cafe comes up with its own price to charge for a cup of coffee. It can be much cheaper than other places or a whole lot more expensive depending on the cafe's own cost. But also things people are willing to pay more for, like atmosphere. If there's a beautiful view, a cafe makes the most of it with big windows and raises the price a penny. If customers want to take advantage of the free Wi Fi, there's another penny. It all has an effect on the price. This cafe, however, suggests a price for each coffee, but most people pay more. They know they can rely on the quality of the coffee and they like that the cafe trusts them to pay a fair price for it. They feel they play an important role in the business. And when customers feel invested in your success, how can you lose? Do you understand the story? Okay, let us see if you understand the review, then you can answer questions. If you don't understand, just read it, play it with me, then read it again and again, and translate only Some words, not all the words, some words only. So you're writing to based on the review article. Okay, number one, does the reviewer like the cafe? Does the reviewer? So you say, does he? Does she? Yes or no, right? Mhm. Do other customers like the cafe? Yes or no, too. How do you know? How do you know that they, okay? So you can find here. Mhm. So you find some words to prove that, okay, the people like the cafe or the people don't like the cafe. Number four, have you ever been to a cafe or restaurant where you can pay what you want? In this article, the people go to the cafe because they can get what they want. Hmm? So here in question number four, have you ever been to a cafe or restaurant where you pay for the thing, the drink, the food that you want? It's worth it, yeah, like that. So here there's a vocabulary when we say a penny, it's a coin worth thousand, okay, of a US dollar. We call it satang. We call it a penny is a satang in Thai. Okay. So writing three, read the article again. So go back, read the article again, read this again. And then you go to writing three, complete the expression 1 to 12. This is 1 to 12. So with prepositions, what are the prepositions? For, by, in, on, under, etc. For example, treat yourself. So let's read it again. Okay? I just treated myself too. Treated yourself too. Mhm. Just preposition. So find all these words and you can, okay, example, okay, number nine, rely on, rely on, okay? So you just find these words, 12, okay, expressions that they have to go with prepositions. Go back to the reading. Okay, writing four, very easy. Okay, I will help you to answer. So get your book and answer it with me. Okay, let's have to show a small difference. Ni priyap-tiap adjective, laksana. So what is the answer? You use a little or a bit or a whole lot or much. Small difference. So that is just a little or a bit because a small difference. To show big difference, okay, using comparative priyap-tiap, okay, laksana. But this one is a big difference. What is the answer? Yes, correct. A whole lot or much. Okay. Here again, to show a small difference, okay, as using as and as comparison. Okay, she is as tall as her brother. Mhm. So you say nowhere near or almost or nearly. Small difference. Let's say almost or nearly. Okay. To show big difference, but we using to compare priyap-tiap as this, as. Okay, you say nowhere near because that is big difference, right? Mm. And to show big difference using superlative adjective. So you say by far. Okay, it's the best. So you say example by far. I just treated myself too. This is your preposition. I just treated myself to by far the best coffee I've ever had. So, in the life of the person writing this, okay, it's the best coffee by far she had ever have had. Okay, so it was nowhere near as expensive as my usual coffee shop. What is that? So this is big difference, right? Yeah, big difference using nowhere near. Yeah, a little busier than other places. Okay, a little busier. A price can be much cheaper or a whole lot more expensive. So this is how you use these expressions. So please answer it from your book. Hmm? Let's go to the next. Mhm. This is from page 132 of your book still. Okay, let's use those grammar exercises. So when you say it's a whole lot easier, okay, than something else, than my homework last week. You have to priyap-tiyap na. It's a bit easier. Mhm. 3.2, let's have writing 5 is a little easier than writing 4. You can compare. Modifying comparative structure. Okay, it's just as expensive as, okay, for example, my watch. Okay, this is just Lenovo, it's not Apple. So it's almost as expensive as, okay, what other brand? Huawei. Okay, so it's just as early as yesterday. It's nearly as expensive as the other item. Okay, so here modifying superlative, you use it's by far the best. It's by far the most expensive. So please answer this. How are you going to answer? I'm going to give you example, okay? Ayan, nearly kaday. Uh-huh. Or almost as tall as his brother James. Okay, is just as tall as kaday. Okay, you can use, okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it should be, so kindly answer 2, 3, and 4. That is in your book, page 132. We have number 5 also, okay? 5 more. Okay, let's go to page 143. I'll give you some example for your writing 6. Example, I know, I can take advantage. You choose between this and this. Okay, you choose between this and this. Okay, invest in, treat myself to. Mhm. Say charge for or pay a fair price for. Okay. Okay, it depends on or has an effect on. So you choose, you just encircle. Okay, I'll change the color to blue. Okay, blue. Example. Okay. Mhm. I know I can give me advice. Rely on them. Okay. Rely on them. Rely on. Okay. I know I can rely on them to give me great advice. So you just answer. Huh? So let's have here. Let's go to number 6. Now, let's go to number 1. Huh? Okay. What has the biggest effect Okay, that is effect, effect on, right? Effect on. The preposition that we use is effect on. Okay, and you can answer the rest of it. That is 3.2. A lot easier, as easy as 3.1, right? And then the last one is you do your Cambridge 1 assignment 3.2. And that's it. Send me the photos. And when is that? Okay, October 11. Make sure you do October 11 because the next day we'll have deduction of your point. Okay, any question? Thank you very much.